Banner in the dawn, morning broke upon a weary land. Hearts were trembling in the dust. Families gathered close together, wondering who they still could trust. But then a warrior rose before them with a banner held up high, and hope lit every shadow when they heard his battle cry. He stood for sacred memory, for the God who set them free, for their children, for their families, for the cause of liberty. When a nation breathes again, this was the day liberty stood up. When a people found their voice, when a prophet's words and a warrior's oath gave the frightened hearts a choice to remember God in every trial, to defend the rising sun. For heaven called a champion, and Captain Moroni and I stood as one. And the angels rode in glory all the courage he had shown. For the day liberty stood up was the day God made his power known. The covenant in his hands, he raised a torn cloth standard, bearing witness to the skies. In remembrance of our God, he proclaimed with burning eyes. The people felt the Spirit as the winds began to roar, and they knew this was the moment they would shrink in fear no more. He called them into covenant, he called them back to light, to stand as sons and daughters in the everlasting fight. When a nation breathes again, this was the day liberty stood up. When a people found their voice, when a prophet's words and a warrior's oath gave the frightened hearts a choice to remember God in every trial, to defend the rising sun. For heaven called a champion, and Captain Moroni and I stood as one. And the angels rode in glory all the courage he had shown. For the day liberty stood up was the day God made his power known. Heaven's flag still flies long after battles faded, long after swords grew cold. The title still is carried by the humble and the bold, and 1,000 generations feel the covenant he made. For the banner of remembrance is a flag that never fades. Rise again, so rise, defenders of the promise. Let your voice reach heaven too. For the God who strengthened Moroni stands prepared to strengthen you. Let the nations feel the thunder of the covenant we claim. For when liberty stands up again, all the heavens praise his name. And the world will know the victory when the faithful choose to stand. Just like Moroni and I raised his banner with God's power in his hands. When a nation breathes again, when was the day liberty stood up? Was the day liberty stood up? When a prophet's words and a warrior's oath gave the frightened hearts a choice to remember God in every trial, to defend the rising sun. For heaven called a champion, and Captain Moroni and I stood as one. And the angels rode in glory all the courage he had shown. For the day liberty stood